Hello friends, welcome back again to Easy Biker. Today I am taking you guys to the biggest single-day motorcycle event in the world. I am going from USA to Canada to attend this event. I am riding on my Harley-Davidson Electra Glide Limited, from Florida, USA, to Ontario, Canada. Here we are passing some cattle trucks. As we ride, I will give you some tips about the USA-Canada border crossings, which will be helpful if you cross the border on a vehicle. Also, some tips about group riding in cold conditions, etc. Moreover, you will be amazed to hear the story of Friday, the 13th origin, and see the vibe in the event. In this ride, we touch 8 U.S. states, which are Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and New York. We will be crossing Niagara Falls to pass the Canada border. Now we are passing Pittsburgh City in Pennsylvania, where Heinz Field Football Stadium and PNC Park Baseball Stadium located. It was very hot when I left Florida, but now it is getting cold. As we go to the north, the cold temperature gets worse and worse. The immediate solution for climate change like this is to keep a leather or woolen jacket with you on a long ride. Another option is to wear an electric heated jacket and gloves. Also, you can add a heated hand grips on your motorcycle, which can be heat adjusted, and keep your hands warm riding at cold weather. It was early morning, and we arrived in New York State. I was riding last night non-stop. If you are a night rider, I strongly recommend adding some LED lights onto your motorcycle, like I did, so that your bike is easily attracted to other drivers, and most importantly, you are visible even on rainy or foggy roads. Guys, if you ride through New York by I-90, at milepost 197, passing Fultonville, you take a break at Mohawk Valley Welcome Center. A very neat and clean rest area, with lots of history. I am planning to take my favorite French vanilla coffee, and then take a quick break, before I hit the road again. Some advice to long-distance riders: that, take a nap when you are sleepy. Don't push yourself, it doesn't worth. In North America, you can sleep even on a bench in any rest area for a couple of hours. I found it so safe, in most of the states. Okay friends, let's continue our ride. I am now refreshed enough to hit the road to the border. Now we arrived in Buffalo, passing the North Grand Island Bridge. New York has 17 land border crossings with Canada. There are 4 international bridges between the United States and Canada in the Niagara Falls itself. The Rainbow Bridge is located 500 yards from the American Falls. It is not open to commercial traffic. In case you are in the USA, and take your kid to the college or university in Canada, you can also consider crossing the border by road. I took my daughter through the Rainbow Bridge. The immigration process was so efficient, and the entire process finished within an hour. If you are coming from Canada to USA, I would recommend to use this bridge so you can get a magnificent view of American Fall from your vehicle. Second crossing is Whirlpool Bridge. This bridge is only accessible via Nexus. To be clear, you may not use your passport to cross the Whirlpool Rapids Bridge. The last 2 bridges, Peace Bridge and the Lewiston-Queenston Bridge, are the most popular crossings in the area. Today, we are crossing the Queenston Bridge. And, another important tip to give is, do not leave any fruits in your vehicle while crossing the US-Canada border. It is not about paying $300 for an apple, but you might end up spending 3 to 4 hours at the border crossing for the documentation process. So, now we are at the meeting point, Tim Hortons, Food and Drinks. The chain has over 4,700 locations worldwide. Here I see many bikers starting to come. I guess this is a favorite meeting point for many biker groups. Let us meet our amazing biker friends from the club called Silver Knights. I will be riding with Silver Knights to attend the event at the world-famous Friday the 13th at Port Dover. I have ridden 2,600 miles, which is 4,185 kilometers, to attend this event. Now we have over 100 kilometers to the event venue. Let us make it happen. There are many superstitions and sayings about Friday the 13th. Some are connected to the Holy Bible. The number 13 is unlucky because Judas betrayed Jesus at the Last Supper. The number 13 consider unlucky because it represents a gathering of 12 witches and the devil. The number 13 is unlucky because it represents the table of guests at the Last Supper, which courted death. Fridays are unlucky because they were the day of crucifixion. For many, 13th is an unlucky day, especially when it comes on a Friday. But for us bikers who made our way to Port Dover, Ontario, this Friday the 13th is just a perfect day. And my friends born on 13th, don't get me wrong, you all are awesome, and believe me, I am blessed to have you as friends. As we get closer, we start seeing many motorcycle groups riding towards Port Dover. I did several group motorcycle rides in many different parts of the world, but one thing I noticed with this awesome bike group is about the lane changing principle. The road captain communicates with the tail first, and signs for the lane change, but the team move to the next lane, only after the tail or the sweeper changes the line first. Then one by one from the last rider keep changing the line. It is so impressive, and I would recommend this method to all bigger groups when they ride on big highways, especially on a long ride. It is always good to have a short break after every 100 to 150 miles. Because when we are in a group, we can't expect every rider's seating and riding position as comfortable as you are. We are riding non-stop for past 1 hour. Now we are at Highway 6, passing Haldimand County. If you ride on Highway 6 towards Port Dover, this is a good place to stop at the gas bar to fill in the gas and have some snacks and coffee, from the marketplace and cafe here. Okay, we had some hot drinks and some snacks, good for us until we reached Port Dover. We are not too far from Port Dover. We start to see many bikers along the way. I am sure you are anxious to hear the story of this motorcycle rally. The Friday the 13th motorcycle rally held every Friday the 13th in Port Dover, Ontario, Canada since 1981. It began as an idea among friends more than 40 years ago. This rally began in 1981 when a group of friends met at the Commercial Hotel, now it is known as Angelo's of Dover. When George Simons gave his son a Rupp mini bike, he never dreamt he would be instilling a lifelong passion in his son Chris. Chris Simons owns several dozen bikes. Chris also had a well-known bike shop in Port Dover called Biker's Delight. Chris Simons and approximately 25 friends had a fantastic day gathering on one Friday the 13th. So, they thought they should do it every Friday the 13th. And so, the tradition was born. Every Friday the 13th thereafter, the number of people coming to the event has increased. Chris has a suitcase full of newspaper and magazine clippings regarding Friday the 13th, and he has become somewhat of a celebrity because of it. Everywhere he goes, people have heard of Friday the 13th in Port Dover. This event grew in popularity each year, and Kinsman Club of Port Dover and the Port Dover Board of Trade converted it to a more organized event. The event today is a massive motorcycle rally which draws over 100,000 riders each time. The event includes a route through farmland, lakes, and Niagara Falls, as well as performances and vendors. Port Dover has residential neighborhoods with a mix of new and renovated homes and cottages. This town became a destination for retirees, vacationers, families, and couples. So the event involves months of planning and coordination with police, the emergency service, and other departments. As we see, this town will be packed with motorcycles whenever the day and date combination of Friday and the 13th comes. Police remind attendees to prioritize safe driving, especially with higher traffic volume. There was a record attempt in 2008, attempted to surpass the previous Guinness World Record for the largest motorcycle parade, but they got disqualified.
With every full moon. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword.
We decided to park our bikes in the streets as we don't want us stuck in heavy traffic block. Luckily, here we found a space. Let us park our bikes and see what this world-famous event offers. Many streets closed temporarily for public safety. No surprise. Here a big crowd is present. Portable washrooms and wash stations are set up.
brother. How you doing today?
Good. I love
Tell
that.
me what this car. It's a 1971 Dodge Demon.
Yeah.
They only made him in 2 years because the Christians hated him so badly.
Oh.
But on top of that, if you look at the BIN code, it is the most safe car on the planet today.
Wow.
Look at this right here.
Wow. Cool. That is awesome. And what about the engine size?
340, all done up, roller rocker motor, 750, you name it, it's got it. Fuck around when you got the most Satan car on the planet, brother. You got to do it all.
This event features many vendors. Most of the vendors are on Main Street between Chapman Street West and Walker Street. This is a golden opportunity to enjoy live music and enjoy craft beer, cider, wine, spirits, and taste the local food. If you plan to visit the Friday, the 13th event, you need to do proper planning. Because every calendar year has at least one Friday the 13th, and up to 3. The years 2034, 2045, and 2051 will all have a Friday the 13th in January and October, because 2023 was a Friday, the 13th year, that came 3 years after a leap year. The most amazing reality is that the rally has taken place in all kinds of weather conditions, including stormy skies, strong winds, and cold winter temperatures. But the big question is how many dare to ride a motorcycle in snow? But still I could imagine the fun. Although I am equally passionate about riding and decorating my bike on certain occasions, I am astonished to see the craze in some bikers. In fact, some appear in different attire in different themes each year. In some locations where motorcycle pass, you can spend one whole day in one single point watching custom bikes and motorcyclists. If you are looking for some photo opportunities during your visit at Port Dover, there are some popular photo locations at this location. If you want to see large crowds, I will say St. George Street is the best. At Main Street, you will see large crowds and motorcycles parked in the middle and by the curbs. If you are a boat lover, you can go near the old Meisner fish plant to see the Scott-free yacht moored. And another popular photo point is the corn crib where you see roadside stands, which is located at 57 Tisdale Road. Another attraction is the Port Dover Lighthouse. This lighthouse is the entrance to Patterson's Creek and the subsequent harbor since about 1843. It has survived fires, crashes and hurricane-force winds. To this day, it is a symbol of the community of Port Dover and is one of the oldest examples of the small wooden lighthouses built in pre-Confederation Ontario. The lighthouse accidentally burned in the late 1840s and was rebuilt the following year.
I've been away, things you won't say. You playing cautious, baby, what's there to play? What's there to play? Besides the tracks I showed you yesterday. Oh, baby. Our separation's on my mind, lady. 48 hours apart. Hold my peace until you respond. Yeah, you know just what we on. Let's catch a high, find a good vibe. Come back in time, let's get it right. Spontaneous, all you like. Spontaneous for your mind. Yeah.
Friends, it is time to wrap up our video. Believe me, I never could imagine the way biker family embrace Friday the 13th at the Port Dover, Canada until I see this event. So, I am so lucky to be attending the rally. If you enjoy the event with me, kindly support me by subscribing my channel, Easy Biker in YouTube. And most importantly, share your thoughts and comments on how to improve my channel, so that the time you will be spending on watching my video is productive. Thank you, all, once again. You all take care and have a wonderful time, until we will meet in the next video.
No feelings, no pressure. body, twist your body, move you just like that, like that. Oh, baby, our separation's on my mind, lady. 48 hours apart. Hold my peace until you reach.